Senator and Minority Whip Roger Wicker of Mississippi joins us from the Capitol. Thank you for being with us, Senator. You know, President Obama says his reelection means we're going to tax the rich. Republicans say they're holding on to the House, means that we're not going to raise taxes on anyone. Are you two sides going to blow this and let the cliff happen?
I hope not, and certainly there's room for compromise. But I don't think the labor leaders are going to get everything they want today. I'm sure it's sort of an election celebration, but the voters in their wisdom have given us divided government again, a Democratic president, a Democratic Senate, and a Republican House and Republican Speaker. So there's going to have to be some give and take, and I think there is a solution out there.
Which is more important to Republicans, avoiding the fiscal cliff or avoiding a tax increase on people who earn over $250K a year?
Well, I think what's most important to us is not causing a recession at this very precarious point in our nation's history. If we do what the labor leaders were suggesting today at the White House, then I think we're going to go back into a double-dip recession. So we're down right below 8% unemployment right now. The last thing we need to do is send it right back up. You know, what I wish the president would do tomorrow, instead of talking to CEOs from big business, is bring in some small business leaders, the people that take risks, the people that have to go to the bank and borrow money and create jobs the way we do it in America at the small business level. He ought to be talking to them.
What is the percentage chance that we get an accord between Democrats and Republicans without going off the cliff? What percentage chance you give it, sir?
I think we have a 77% chance.
Oh, I like
you
that.
Asked me for a percentage. I think it's way more than 50-50. That's the point.
Why is that?
The election is over. We've got a country to run. We have different viewpoints, but there is a solution out there, and I hope the president will show some leadership by making his proposal.
All right. Now, in avoiding the fiscal cliff and the spending cuts, there's a $600 billion tax hikes and spending cuts that come in exactly right away. Are you guys trying to pick different spending cuts? Are you guys trying to wipe out spending cuts at all? Because don't we need to cut spending?
No, you're right. We need to pick different spending cuts. We don't need to go back to those higher spending caps. And frankly, if you looked at what the House of Representatives did back in mid 2012, they found a different way to achieve the same budget savings and prevent these harsh defense across the board cuts. So I think that's one place to look as a starting point for negotiations between the Speaker and the President of the United States.
All right. Now, in the Obama era, our government's been spending over $1 trillion more every year than they raise through taxes, through tax revenues. And those Bush tax cuts on the rich are $80 billion of that trillion. So like $80 on 1,000. So why is the president so obsessed with it? And why are the Republicans so obsessed with keeping it?
Well, the reason that we object to raising tax rates is that it will cost us jobs. I mean, it's pure and simple. We don't lie awake at night wondering about people that make $500,000 and $1 million a year. It's the result of the tax cuts, which will mean fewer jobs, and fewer jobs created, fewer risks taken.
Yes, sir.
These business people don't have to create jobs. We want to encourage them to do that. And the last thing we need to do is throw this country back into an era of high unemployment. So it's the jobs we're worried about, the effect of tax rates.
All right. Well, I appreciate your hopeful take on it, Senator Wicker. Thanks for being with us. Just seems like one side or the other is going to have to blink sooner or later. Thank you, sir.
I think there'll be partial blinking on both sides.
There you go.
I like the tone of bipartisanship.
There you go.
Just a little bit of bipartisanship there.